Hi, it's Jason Gorber from thatshelf.com, and we're here to talk about the Acutus SP turntable and something that I discovered when I tried to clean the thing.
Big shelf.
So, welcome to the Acutus SP. We'll be having, there are plenty more videos on the channel that actually discuss its operation, but here's something a little bit funky. The way that the turntable works, obviously, is you have this massive platter on the suspension element. You can see it bounces up and down, but the arm and the platter itself are absolutely in sync. These three towers on the side, constructed with O-rings, actually maintain a complete uniformity of the so-called bounce. So essentially what's unique about this layout is that it's a suspension table and a solid mass basically table. So the table itself weighs something like 10 kilograms, just absolutely huge beast of a thing. And then the towers obviously prevent vibrations coming up. So what's fantastic about this is it's really a combination of hybrid. Now, that being said, when you're actually screwing on the clamp, which is required, it's this sort of two-part clamp thing that the first layer goes down and then the second actually pushes this element forward. When you actually do that, obviously you're always touching the platter, having to hold down as carefully as you can, and you will get some fingerprints on the side. The one that you're looking at is a very unique model. It's a black lacquer model, which was custom designed for somebody, and I actually benefited from it. You can see my SME 5 arm and my Benz cartridge associated with it. Now, when I first cleaned in the manual, it actually said to use isopropyl alcohol. So I just, on a very soft cloth, gave it a rub, and it's you can see here that there's some streaking going on here, sort of on the platter itself. It did a really good job of getting out all the nonsense along the side, but it seemed to have left its mark, which obviously with a brand new player with the cost of this, it sort of freaked the hell out of me. I decided that maybe I would go with something a little bit more, even softer than what I was using, which was, microfiber cloth. Is that you get these little things. I mean, these I bought at Costco, but you can get them anywhere. These sort of electronic cleaning wipes, and I gave it a good wipe down, and it did nothing. It still. So I emailed Conrad, who's the CEO, inventor, king of all things AVID, the maker of this turntable, and asked him, other than isopropyl, what should I use? And he recommended, Armor All. Never in a million years would I think of having any of this stuff anywhere near my turntable, but nonetheless, this is what he recommended. I've never even considered what's actually in Armor All. But nonetheless, I'm like, here, we'll give it a shot. So I bought the wipes just because I figured that they were disposable and would sort of do the trick. I'm going to pull one out here. Again, they're not so liquidy, which is nice. And we'll see how it actually behaves here on this element. Nothing like catharsis of watching somebody clean. So just by working it through here, the surface is incredibly smooth. Again, I'm going to find out when I have a conversation with him, hopefully, so stay tuned for that. What actually is this stuff? What material is this? It definitely feels space age. So as I go through here, give it a good go around this without too much in the way. Again, super soft. And we'll leave that for a second and let it dry and see what happens. Okay, so it's been about an hour or so, an entire battery go through, but nonetheless, you can see that it's sort of clean, but it still definitely has streaks with it. So I'm just going to try it with a microfiber brush, just to see if I can get rid of. I might have put too much on with the wipes. We will see. Let's just see what happens if I just do this. So the good news is that, yeah, it just seems that there was a bit of an excess. Maybe if I was a little bit more patient, it might have brought, but definitely got rid of most of that white nonsense that was there. So I'm going to continue to do this, and we'll come back after it's fully done. Pretty good. And now I just got to get rid of the fingerprints. I'm actually going to put a tiny bit more on. And actually, what I might try is one of these cleaning wipes, just to get rid of this extra stuff. There you go. And I'm just going to I'm actually going to turn it on and do this. Sort of wipe it down this way carefully, just with alcohol, on the side too. And that should do the trick. So there you go. It's not perfect, but it certainly got rid of most of what was actually on there. And again, this is just cosmetic. I was just worried that it had somehow scratched the surface or something like that. But of all things, Armor All did the trick. Definitely got rid of it. You can see there's a little bit of alcohol that just has to bleed out here. But yeah, looks as good as new. So should never question the person who's the actual owner. Again, I don't know what the heck's in Armor All. I don't know what the heck happened in terms of using isopropyl alcohol. But the answer is there. The table's looking as good as it should have been, and we're good to go. For thatshelf.com, I'm Jason Gorber. Thanks so much for watching what has to be one of the strangest videos on the internet. But nonetheless, this is our early look at the AVID Acutus SP and some of the fun that we're actually having, making sure that the table looks as good as it can be under our bright lights. Thank you. Take care.